What is this place? I found the pages and the map chamber. Why would I need the book? Revelio. I'm back at Hogwarts. I wonder when Professor Fig will be back. I did promise him I wouldn't neglect my studies while he was away. Suppose I have enough to distract myself with till he returns with the book.
You need to learn Depulso, the banishing charm. Useful for pushing objects or adversaries away. Complete the required tasks and meet me in my classroom.
Everybody grab a broom, and we shall get started. Mr. Clopton, your attention, please.
Sorry, Madam Kagawa.
Everyone, please welcome a new student to our flying class.
Welcome.
The goal of today is to remind all of you how to maneuver on a broomstick safely. As broom flight is, first and foremost, a means of transportation. This, I fear, some of you have...
Thank you.
Now, your turn.
Up!
Up, you stupid ratty school broom!
Up.
One leg over, so there's a leg on each side. None of that side saddle nonsense. A gust of wind will throw you right off. And if you hear my whistle while you're in flight, ground yourself at once. Good. Now, for your first lesson, fly through each ring in the courtyard. Do take care.
This is brilliant.
The brooms are school property.
This'll take some getting
I
used
want
to.
them returned in one piece. Well done. Now that you're acclimatized to your broom, let's see how well you manage with a more advanced exercise, shall we? This next set of rings will take you around the grounds for more of a challenge.
What a view!
Hello! Nice day for a flight!
Haha! Brilliant!
Ah, the old boathouse. Wish you could have experienced crossing the lake as a first year. Whoa, our aquatic resident likes to make an appearance once in a while.
Made it! Ah, did anyone else see that?
Oh, well done! Have a moment? I say, I watched you fly through those rings. You seem to handle yourself on that dusty school broom well enough. I'd imagine you're ready for something a bit more challenging. But I'm getting ahead of myself. We haven't... Am I right in suspect...
Can't say no to that. What did you have in mind?
A bit of a detour. Follow me. The tour is about to begin. Follow closely now. Right now, we're flying over the Transfiguration Courtyard. Lovely as ever. Let's hope the headmaster isn't having tea by the window today. Nice to get above it all, isn't it? Ahead of the gardens, the Hufflepuff common room windows just peek out. Bit claustrophobic for my taste.
How is Everett flying so quickly?
Here's something handy to know. Lean forward for a burst of speed. Helpful if you need to escape a tricky situation.
Ha! Now that's more like it!
You sure you're not part hippogriff? There's the famous bridge. Think of all the magic holding it up. I mean, look at it. And the owlery. That's a bit of solid architecture, isn't it?
Flying tips and a jaunt around Hogwarts. This is quite the tour, Everett.
That's Kagawa's whistle. This concludes our tour. Best hurry back. Looks like she's already dismissed class. Better hurry and hand in our brooms. Dismount here.
And where have you two been?
Oh, hello, Professor. We were trying to get a bit of extra practice in.
Hefty points will be taken from each of you for not following my instructions. Mr. Clopton, I am disappointed in you. You're in this class because you're still not showing yourself, or frankly, your broom the proper respect.
But, Professor...
Enough. Class is finished for the day. As for you, you do well to use better judgment in the future. Chin up. That was some rather good flying.
Sorry about that business with Kagawa, but you have to admit, those views were worth it.
It was worth losing a few house points for that detour.
You seem at home on a broom. Bet if you had a fancy model, you could fly laps around Imelda. She's Kagawa's favorite. I could show her a thing or two if I had my own broom. Hate having to return the school broom after class.
Perhaps I have to purchase a broom then.
If you can, you should. Wish I could. I recommend visiting Albie Weeks at Spint. I'll keep an...
Madam Kagawa, about what happened in class.
No need to discuss it further. Losing points for Hufflepuff should serve as a deterrent against future escapades. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that I teach you a few additional spells. You're also welcome to drop by any time with questions.
I've not forgotten about our library venture. How did you fare?
I think rules are
Feel keen.
Please meet me in the 7th floor corridor as soon as you can. I have an idea for somewhere you can focus on your studies, away from prying eyes and distractions.
Might some kind soul help me?
Over here.
Sebastian, it's been a while.
It has. Glad you received my owl. I have something to show you.
First, let me thank you for what you did in the library.
Of course. Scribner tried to give me detention, but I have ways out of these things.
Well, you took the fall for me, and that counts for some...
Did you...
I did, but something...
Understood. This way.
If only a new student were to help me with...
There's a secret passage just here.
How did you find this place?
My friend, Ominous Gaunt. He named it the Undercroft. We used to play gobstones here all the time. With my sister, Anne. She loved that infernal game. What I wouldn't give to lose to her again. I should tell you, I swore to Ominous I would safeguard this place. Please, keep this between us. He never confides in anyone. But he's trusted...
Revelio.
I wouldn't want to jeopardize that. We used to sneak in here almost daily. We've never been caught.
I think I've seen Ominous in potions. Or was it herbology? I've noticed that he uses his wand to navigate the castle.
He does. No idea how, though. Ominous was born blind, and no spell could reverse it. His wand seems almost sentient. Not surprising, I suppose. Ollivander always says, the wand chooses the wizard.
Is that how he found this place?
No, someone in his family knew about it. The Gaunts are full of secrets. I've never... Again.
A proper magical education ought to include all magic.
My thoughts exactly. It may take a while to get the feel for it. Mimic my wand movement. The incantation is Confringo.
Very well.
You're getting it. Ready to actually try it out? Stick to the target. Best to keep the Undercroft intact. Have a go at those candelabras. Both have their uses, but I think you'll find... Nice work. How's it feel?
It's a tad hot.
Well, that's it.
I think
Well
I got it.
done.
The blast does heat things up. I see how you lost your eyebrows.
You'll get used to it. Anne, Ominous, and I used to practice down... Haven't been here in some...
I'm sorry about your... Just let me know when and I'll meet you.
Well, meeting a new student will be
I shall look for... You must promise to keep this...
I trusted you with... And remember... When I head to Feldcroft, I'll send you an owl.
Hello, Sebastian. Wait. You there? I can hear you.
Oh, hello. Ominous.
I recognize that voice. Heard you talking to Gareth Weasley in potions. Did you just come from the Undercroft?
Actually, Sebastian.
That rat! You breathe a word about this. My father is Fred.
Trust me, Ominous. I won't say a word.
Why should I trust you? You just betrayed Sebastian.
Please. I was trying to defend him. He was clear that this was a secret place and I was to tell no one. He's a good friend.
I don't need you to tell me about my oldest...
Ominous, I just meant...
I know... Sebastian is going to get an earful about this.
Might some kind soul help me? If only a new student would help me with...
Hello there. Perhaps you can help me.
At first, I thought Professor Garlic might...
Professor Weasley? Somewhere away from prying eyes. What is this place?
This is the Room of Requirement. It only appears when one is in real need of it. Ordinarily, a student might stumble upon this room entirely by accident. If ever. I'd only planned to suggest to you how to find it by walking past that bit of wall, focusing on what you need. But you've managed to reveal the room on your own. While I'm here, we should take advantage of the moment. Now, where is Deke? He must have sneaked past and gone ahead.
Deke, Professor.
The house elf I was speaking to in my classroom your first day. Thought he might help you use the room.
Incendio!
There's no chance I'm clambering over this mess. This presents the perfect opportunity to teach you Evanesco, the vanishing spell. You can cast Evanesco to vanish certain objects, such as these chairs. I suggest you practice the wand movement. Splendid. Cast Evanesco on those chairs. Excellent work. You'll note that you are now in possession of Moonstone. We shall discuss its uses later. Let's move on.
Revelio.
Where in Merlin's name is that elf? Is that... Goodness! My old school bag. I wondered where that had got to. I can't believe it's still here. I'll just take a quick look at this. Give you an opportunity to explore on your own until we locate Deke.
Yes, Professor.
Dear me. Can't you keep it down? Some of us are trying to rest.
Revelio. Accio. Revelio. Hope this isn't as precarious as it looks.
An intruder! Stop them!
Revelio.
No, not... that's not helpful, you worthless pile of tin!
Revelio. How does anyone other than a house elf manage to get around in here? What was that? Was that a golden snitch?
Perhaps you should summon your wits and find out.
Accio. Revelio. I hope that house elf can find us in here. Accio.
Yikes! Careful! Huh? Oh, there you are. Wait right there. Deke will come to you. Hello.
Ah, Deke, we've been looking for you.
Apologies, Professor Weasley. Deke was looking through some of what's appeared in the room since Deke was last here. Is this the student?
Indeed it is.
Deke is honored to meet you.
Deke has been a friend since I was a second year. We discovered this room together. I mentioned you to Deke. We believe that you might be able to benefit from this room like I did. Deke, would you be so kind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. The Room of Requirement will always be equipped for the Seeker's needs. It's unplottable, so won't appear on any map. Most happen upon it by accident, if ever. Deke's seen students in need of an extra file for potions stumble upon the room filled with them. You seem to have accessed it in its form as the Room of Hidden Things.
I was thinking about needing a place away from prying eyes. Brilliant.
Oh, that explains it then.
What I need specifically is a place where I can catch up on my schoolwork without distraction.
Well then, the room can provide you with precisely that. Now, it's time to focus on what you need. Just close your eyes. Imagine the room precisely as you need it. The room will do the rest.
You've given yourself quite a canvas to work with. I look forward to seeing what you do with the space. Ah, and it seems the room has provided you with a desk of description. Excellent. It can identify unfamiliar items of clothing. One should always understand the effects of anything in which one is clothed. You'll find plenty of items of clothing that need to be identified. The desk will be an invaluable resource.
I imagine the desk of description will come in handy.
It will. I hope you'll take advantage of it. Now, I'll give you a brief lesson in conjuring.
Conjuring?
Yes, the magic of creating or conjuring objects. I'll teach you. Very good. When conjuring more complex objects, you'll need what's called a spellcraft. Spellcrafts are like recipes. You should have acquired some for a potion.
I did.
While resources... Well done. You can use these whenever you need to brew potions or grow plants. Presuming, of course, you've collected any seeds or potion ingredients you need in Hogsmeade or outside the castle grounds. Deke will be here to answer any questions you may have. Do not underestimate his insights.
I will be sure to speak with Deke if I need anything. Thank you.
Good luck.
I would like to teach you Wingardium Leviosa. It can be used to levitate objects for a short time. Once you've completed a few prerequisite tasks, do see me after class.
I was hoping to see you.
You're back.
Finally. Minister Spavin talks more than he listens. Ranted on and on about rogue dragons. Wouldn't listen to a word about goblins. Speaking of which...
Listen, Professor. So much happened while you were away. Eldridge Diggory's portrait in the common room told me about his great niece, Helen.
His great niece?
Yes, she used to be an Auror. Well, she took me to Azkaban to meet Anne Thisbe.
You went to Azkaban?
Quite an experience. But, you see, Anne knew Richard Jackdaw before he died, so I had to find his ghost.
Who on earth is Richard Jackdaw?
He was a student here long ago. Anyway, he told me about a secret cavern. I went there, and right next to Jackdaw's skeleton, I found the missing pages.
You found the pages?
I did. And because Jackdaw had followed the map they contained, when I found the pages, I found the location on the map. Believe it or not, it's a room below Hogwarts.
Why am I not surprised? Shall we?
I was hoping you'd say that. Oh, and we'll need to bring the book. The room is called the Map Chamber, by the way. And a portrait of Percival Rackham awaits us there.
Professor Rackham. I look forward to meeting him. How did this jackdaw get the pages from the book?
Evidently, Peeves stole them, and Jackdaw stole them from him.
To think it was beneath us all this time. This looks promising. A map. There's Hogsmeade. And over here, the Forbidden Forest. And, of course, Hogwarts. It's magnificent. If only you were here to see this.
Hello, Professor Rackham. We've placed the book on the pedestal as you asked. And this is my mentor, Professor Fig.
How do you do, Professor Fig? And you, my young friend, see now why you needed to return with the book?
I do. I also see why you refer to this room as the Map Chamber.
That you have come this far tells me that you possess the potential and power of which will unlock, should you prove yourself worthy, the location of each of 4 trials. Do you recall the pensive memory of you?
You and your friend Charles spoke of the portkey, and of trials you...
Charles is a...
I'm afraid we don't have the...
We have waited this long, Professor...
Respectfully, sir, while I do not know the secret you keep, I do know that our young friend here has seen traces. You may have seen it yourself.
It looks familiar. Perhaps your young friend is more well-traveled than you might think.
As your mentor, the least I can do is go ahead to make sure it is.
I'll find you at the...
It's time you learned, Glacius, the freezing spell. It is an efficient way to cool down a heated situation. But first, I will need you to complete a few tasks. Once
Ah, new face. Wonderful.
Hello, Mr. Weeks, is it?
Albie Weeks at your service. Welcome to Spintwitches. Shop's been closed since trade routes were disrupted. Had to travel as far as London to meet with my supplier. And I've only just returned. Got a few rare U-weavers available. Ember Dash, Silver Arrows. Wind Wisps, too. No matter what broom you choose.
Sounds quite the array of brooms. I'll have a look around. Thank.
That item is of the highest quality. That item is of the highest quality. Nice doing business with you. You'll be thrilled with that broom, I promise you. That item is of the highest quality. Whilst nearly any broom will certainly be a... You seem to be a flyery...
Go on.
But you...
That's...
Once you've beaten Imelda's time, be sure to let me know.
Revelio. I can't help but admire Mr. Weeks' enthusiasm.
Hello there. In the market for potions, are we? A wise decision. Thank you. Very good. Never hurts to keep my stocks replenished. I hope to see you again. Farewell. A wise decision. Thank you. Mind you don't knock my potions. Doubtful you can afford to replace them.
I know a Merlin trial when I see one. Expelliarmus! Revelio! Lumos! Expelliarmus! Lumos. Revelio. Lumos. Lumos. That's that. Settled. Expelliarmus! Leviosa!
Intriguing place, Sanbakar's tower. Lovely view, I'd imagine.
Over here.
We're not alone.
We are not. Ranrock...
Can't...
We could.
Well, this isn't ideal.
No, it isn't. This way. And I'd suggest we use the disillusionment charm here. No sense in announcing our arrival.
Could do with a...
Quickly now. Stay hidden and cast Petrificus Totalis.
Thank you for making me the first object of your suspicions. Oh, my friends are now, don't I?
Or, I suppose we could charge right into the...
Accio! Expelliarmus! Confront!
I won't.
You're simplified!
Get you yet! I'll cut you from shit well played.
Expelliarmus!
Must be
Confringo!
Stop it!
Accio!
You are postponing me! No!
Confringo!
I will make you. Some more! What do you must be something. I won't rest until you're dead.
Expelliarmus! Confringo! Revelio! Revelio. Orders. Directly from Ranrock.
These orders indicate that they're after something to do with names. What name? And why here?
I will draw blood.
Rather unwise coming back this way.
Is that the best you can do?
One less human.
I will draw. I'll snap that wand and your neck.
I won't rest. Why drag this out longer than necessary? How? Teach you? Let's get it.
Leviosa!
Who do you think you are?
Confringo! You won't get away with that. I shall avenge your death.
Too late for you to...
Many goblins have always been antagonistic towards wizard kind, but this is different somehow. Glad that's over. Let's head inside. Looks like we found the entrance.
It's locked.
Revelio.
An unlocking charm.
Very handy. No time now, but if you don't learn it soon enough, we can work on it back at the castle.
Someone was an avid reader. Can't say I'm familiar with many of these titles.
Welcome to San Bakar's Tower.
Revelio.
Hello, Professor. Did you say Sam Bakar's tower?
I did. Professor Bakar is a keeper you have yet to encounter. I'm glad to see that I was correct in presuming that we would meet again soon after our last encounter. Though I surmise, based on the commotion I heard, that you did not have an easy time getting to me.
We did not, Professor. We encountered goblins outside the tower.
That goblins were aware of my vault is disquieting enough. But if they have also made a connection to this tower, then the threat may be greater. Downstairs, near the entry, a reservoir of ancient magic, like those you've seen before, has been unlocked. Commanded to access a door.
We're going to need to understand how Ranrock... For the moment, however, you've... Then I shall leave matters. That said, be...
I will, sir. A reservoir of ancient magic. Downstairs, near the entry. Revelio! This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful. I've seen this before, in Gringotts and the restricted section. Revelio. That must have done something. Best have a look around. Traces of ancient magic. Something must be different. These are never a welcome sight. At least I know what to expect this time. Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio! Levioso! Imprecator! Accio! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! These look familiar. Accio! Accio! More statues. Expelliarmus, Confringo! Expelliarmus, Confringo! Leviosa! Protect! Expelliarmus, Confringo! Expelliarmus, Confringo! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Not making this easy on me. Accio! Accio! Seems I ought to explore this archway from both sides. Accio! What did that burst of magic change on both sides of the archway? Something must be different. Accio! I'll never get used to these floors. Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Accio. Now to see what's changed on each side of this archway. Accio! Things are definitely different on either side of the archway. But how? Accio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. Accio! What if I stood on one platform and used Accio on the other? That ought to work. What a relief. Another pensive. Revelio.
Your ability to transfigure the world around you is remarkable. What is it?
My father isn't getting better. I don't think he'll ever recover from the death of my brother.
It is agonizing to see those we love suffer.
The drought was years ago, but the pain of losing him is as deep for him now as if it had happened only yesterday. He doesn't need pretty pillars, he needs peace. What if I could help him, Professor?
You do so much for your father already.
It's not enough. I want to take away his pain.
It is tempting, I know, to use this magic that you're mastering to transfigure more than the physical world. But human emotion is a potent force unto itself. Even the most well-meaning and competent witch cannot possibly know the consequences of irrevocably manipulating it.
So I'm to watch as my father's pain destroys him.
It is not your pain to take. Every year, a student sees something sillier than I could ever imagine in their tea leaves. Oh, Miss Morganach, welcome back to Hogwarts, Professor.
That's going to take some getting used to. Professor Rickwood?
I was so pleased to hear that you'd accepted the position of Defense Against the Dark Arts, Professor.
Sit, Isadora. Tell us about your travels.
I was actually hoping that you and the others might join me at my home this evening. There's much I'd like to share with you.
That would be delightful. We shall let the others know.
Very well. I shall see you then.
Another memory. Now to find a way out of here. More crystallized stone. That must be the way back to the...
What have we here?
I'm a student at Hogwarts, sir. And this is Professor Fig.
Professor Charles Rookwood at your service. Has someone completed the first trial?
I have, Professor. Rookwood. We saw you in the Pensive in Gringotts, with Professor Rackham.
Indeed. So, you found the portkey to access Professor Rackham's vault, and you deciphered the map within the locket you found floating above that Pensive.
I did. I found something that I can't identify floating above the last Pensive.
Ah, yes. You will find a similar artifact in each trial. You must take care to keep them safe. You will need them to complete the journey we have set forth for you. Once you have them all, we will tell you what to do with them.
Very well. Are you able to tell me anything about the next trial?
Before you proceed, I would like to speak with Charles regarding the urgent situation involving the goblins.
The goblins?
The student has seen traces of a powerful dark magic being wielded by goblin kind. They and their mentor, Professor Fig, not only encountered goblins lurking outside of Sanbakar's tower, they also encountered a powerful goblin in my vault at Gringotts.
I'm afraid it would be wise to halt the trials until we know more.
We shall defer to you in this matter, of course. Now then...
Wait, Professor. The name Rookwood. Do you think...
that there's a connection to Victor? Perhaps, but we can't be sure of its significance, if any. For now, tell me what you saw in the Pensive.
Before the witch from the last Pensive.
Hopefully...
Before you go...
Protego! Professor?
Have you encountered swirling traces of magic in the world? Aside from those along our path?
Not that I recall. What are they?
Evidence of the Keeper's efforts to manipulate the power of ancient magic during our time. If I am correct, and I usually am, you should be able to use them to inform and enhance your own magic.
Thank you, sir. I will look out for them. I should ask Sirona at the three...
Come and see me about a pressing and highly confidential matter at your earliest convenience. I believe that we may be able to help each other.
Please see me after class once you have completed the tasks I've set for you. I would like to teach you Descendo, useful for pulling objects to the ground.
Revelio.
We have everything a young student might need when it comes to potions. Have a good look around. A wise decision. Thank you.
Excellent.
half a bottle of flabbergasted leech, stirred clockwise.
When Professor Sharp is so in.
How are your assignments coming along?
I completed your assignments, Professor.
Good. You should be ready to learn Depulso. Let's see what you can do. Concentrate. Do not let your mind wander. You've got it now. If you'd like to practice... You should. Perhaps best not to go... Classmates about the halls. I suggest having a go at the enchanted books here. Well done. I'm glad to see that you seem staunchly determined to master your spellcasting.
Hello. Be with you in a bit. No one can say I don't keep a stacked shelf.
Complete the tasks I've given you, and then meet me in
Revelio.
the severing charm. It's typically used to cut an object, but can be a powerful weapon when needed.
A wise decision. Thank you. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now. I hope to see you again. Farewell for now.
Ah, hello. And how would one like to be styled?
Hello.
Oh, come in. Come in. Welcome to Madame Snelling's Tress Emporium. I'm sure I've no need to introduce myself. They used to call me Snelly. Oh, Snelly, why aren't you studying to be an aura? But I showed them. They're stuck in the dust at the ministry, and I'm here thriving. Absolutely thriving. But look at you. Look at you. I can certainly see why you paid me a visit. Looking for a change, are we?
Why not, I say? What sort of change?
Some are going for that muggle with consumption, sort of death becomes me allure. But you won't find poisons here. No need for chloride of lime or ammonia when you have magic. Why don't you spend a moment choosing how you'd like to look? You can change your hair too if you'd like.
What services do you offer?
You can stop by any time.
I told you not to go.
Come on inside. Oh, watch yourself, though. Let's have you leave here.
Revelio.
Such a wee bairn gieing a thrashing to a troll. Oh, I can't believe it.
Hello.
Oh, hello. Whew. Sorry I'm in a bit of a tizzy. I was just scolding some of the plants for spitting and nipping. I suppose it's my own fault. By the way, Beatrice Green, welcome to Dawn. Oh, if there wasn't the... Except, of course... Mind you don't...
What do you have for sale?
But your things will be safe with me, till they're sold. Then you'll have to make do with money. Doors always open. You be sure to stop by soon.
Revelio. Castle. Must have been quite stately in its time.
Ooh, this shouldn't take long.
Hogsmeade, here I come. Revelio.
Besides, Azkaban wouldn't suit black. Not enough mirrors.
Brilliant.
Hey you, Hufflepuff.
There you are. The Cross Wands duelist to beat.
Imelda Reyes? Albie Weeks sent me.
Did he now? Still tinkering with his broom upgrade, no doubt. I tried to help him once. He nitpicked my flying technique, and that was the end of that. The nerve. Why is he roping you into his broom testing silliness? You've barely started flying. Caught wind of you showing off in flying class with...
I don't know what people have said, but I certainly wasn't showing off.
Tell that to the rest of the school. But it's... Everyone knows that class is only for beginners. But for some reason, now people think you're competition.
Perhaps I am.
You're not even Slytherin. Enough of this. I hold one of the fastest... Slytherin...
Actually, why not? I can beat your record.
I'm so looking forward to seeing you...
Success. Brilliant. This is rather fun. Excellent. Made it. Did it. Ah, good. I've got this.
Ugh, that's not... You must have cheated, you... Ugh! Fine. You won. Ugh, don't think this is over. You can't...
Surely my win means something.
You're not terrible, but...
Challenge accepted, then.
Perhaps. But don't get your hopes up. The next course near Irondale offers a mutt. You can try to... Just check in at the pod. We'll see next...
There you are. The Cross Wands duelist to beat.
did you get on with those tasks?
Madam Kagawa, I completed the list of tasks you assigned.
Wonderful. I trust you became...
Yes, Professor.
That's good to hear. Keep it up, and perhaps one day you'll have a spot on the... if Black ever permits Quidditch again. Well, with those tasks out of the way, let us get started. Pay attention to your wand work. Well done. I'd recommend that you practice your new spell here in my office before taking it out into the world. Gracious, there you go. Catching on quickly.
You can't imagine how inconvenient travel was before I invented Bluetooth.
Revelio.
Ironically, I didn't see ahead of time how bored I'd be in divination class.
unmanageable. I hope those assignments...
I've completed all of my tasks, Professor Onai.
Very well done. Although I must admit, I did have something of a premonition that you would follow through. Now, as you have no doubt sharpened your perception by completing my assignment, I am curious, based upon the knowledge that one's present and even one's past may reveal traces of what he...
There will be hardship, I'm sure of it. But I see triumph in the end.
A measured perception. Very wise. But this talk of tomorrow, and if... Channel your magic towards your targets. You have it. Now, why not practice the new spell? Training dummy. Descender. Excellent. I think you have it.
I'm ready for the next lesson, Professor.
Very well.
I have the moonstone you requested, Professor.
Good. You can conjure... Good work. Shall we move on?
I've conjured everything I can. What's next, Professor?
I think you're ready to take on alteration. The altering spell will allow you to customize any conjured item. You can change the colors, patterns, and styles of your... Let's get started, shall we? Watch closely as I demonstrate how to perform the altering spell. Just aim your wand at any conjured item and perform the altering spell to customize it. Nicely done. Now you're ready for something a little more advanced. You can use the altering spell directly on the room's architecture. Try these new designs on the floor or balcony. Try aiming whilst using the altering spell. Your space might benefit from a bit of ambiance, don't you think? Deke, would you mind?
Of course, Professor Weasley. Professor Weasley showed Deke this bit of magic some years ago. Deke thinks you'll enjoy it. Come and talk to Deke when you're ready.
Professor Weasley said I should ask you about changing the room's ambience?
Of course. What sort of overall look most appeals to you?
I would like the room to feel as if it's being lit by the moon.
Oh, sounds perfect.
Quite a difference. Of course, you needn't keep this style if you don't like it. You can always ask Deke to change it back. Now you have learnt a good bit. Indeed. An even bigger space.
How did that happen?
The room equips itself to your needs. It must have sensed that you needed more space to practice spellcasting. If you'd like to customize the space further...
Thank you, Professor.
Good.
Third again. Hello there. Nice to see you.
Hello, Miss Ryan. I wanted to thank you again for your help with Rookwood and Harlow the day of the troll attack.
Sirona, please. And I was happy to help. Oh, those two are nothing but trouble.
I am too.
Yes, Lodgok.
It seems as though you were on good terms with him.
I've known him for years. We met when I was waiting tables here as a student, well before I bought the place. He was cordial enough, but we weren't friends then. His mistrust of wizard kind ran deep.
But you're friends now?
We are. Hadn't seen him in years when he came in a few months ago. But he recognized me instantly, which is more than I can say for some of my own classmates. Took them a second to realize I was actually a witch, not a wizard. Not all goblins are like Ranrock and his loyalists.
Thank you.
If you find Lodgok, please. I don't know what you've done to make such powerful enemies, but please. What's your plan?
Hello. Good to see you outside the castle.
You too, Amit.
My plan is to have enough gatherings one day that I don't have to work at all.
Welcome to the Og's Head. Any empty seat is yours.
Hello, Lodgok. Sirona said I might find you here.
She did she? Did she send you with news?
No, actually, I wanted to speak with you. It's about Ranrock.
Now I remember. The 3 broomsticks. Day of the troll attack. You're the student he's after.
I am. And I need to know what he and his loyalists are up to, so I can stay a step ahead.
Let's say I did know. Why should I trust you?
Sirona trusts me, and she thought our interests may be aligned.
Well, if Sirona trusts you, very well. I may know of something that could help us both. A way to get
Very well.
We will have to trust each other. I, that you will not abscond with the relic, and you, that I'll share what I learn. Gather whatever supplies you may need.
I'm ready.
Good. There's no time to lose.
What precisely is the relic I'm to retrieve?
A valuable heirloom known as the Helmet of Erdgot. The witch considered herself a collector and purchased the helmet as a trinket. She cared not what pain she caused the goblins. Goblins believe that the rightful owner of any object is its maker, not its purchaser.
Wizard kind see things differently. It's a wonder goblins and wizards have ever been able to work together.
The differences between our kinds are myriad.
They seem to be.
It may surprise you to know that I do not believe those differences always to be insurmountable. It is the reason I find myself traveling with you to this tomb today. Ah, and there it is. The witch's
Protego!
tomb.
Dreadful looking place, isn't it?
I wish you luck retrieving the helmet. As a wand carrier, you should have an advantage. Now, before you set off, do you have any...
And we'll see.
I will remain here, eager...
It's sealed. Lumos. Oh. Curious. Lumos. Merlin's beard. This can't be the witch's tomb. Likely I need to go further. Lumos. Lumos. Descendo. Repulsor. Lumos. Descendo. Lumos. I have a feeling I'm not alone here. Confringo. Descendo. Repulsor. Incendio. Confringo. Confringo. Descendo. Repulsor. Incendio. He's inferior, horrible. Confringo. Incendio. Confringo. Incendio. Descendo. Lumos. If I could power it somehow, it looks like it could be rotated. Lumos. 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 What's that hanging there? Looks precarious. Down I go. No other way. Oh! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Glacier! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Glacier!
I believe you are ready to learn Arresto Momentum, the slowing charm. It allows you to...
Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Incendio! Expelliarmus! Glacier! Confringo! Incendio! Confringo! Glacier! Incendio! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Lumos. That's even more complex. Lumos. 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 The witch's final resting place. Lodgok said the helmet was... A dead Ashwinder. Better show this to Lodgok. There must be some sort of mechanism for this doorway. Lodgok, the sarcophagus had been raided. I found no helmet, only a dead Ashwinder.
Damn! They got here first. We need to get it before Rookwood uses it to further ingratiate himself to Ranrock. I saw one of their campsites not far from here, but I fear you must go in alone. My fight...
I'll head there now.
Good. There's no time to lose. Get to that helmet before Rookwood does, or we will lose our chance at any leverage, no matter how small, with Ranrock. To think those wretched thieves have their hands on such a relic.
There they are, the Ashwinders.
You've made a grave mistake.
No! Rookwoods don't go down easy. You're going to regret that.
Expelliarmus!
Aha! Back from here. You're easier to spot than an eruptive. I hope not. From above! You will not survive me. Quite conductive, aren't we?
Expelliarmus!
I'll make you wish you were back at school.
I'll check your pockets after you're dead.
Repulsor! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Levioso!
Expulso! Expulso!
Expulso! Expulso! Expulso! Expulso! Expulso! Expulso!
Expulso!
Levioso! Repulsor! Confringo! Levioso! Protego! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Repulsor! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus!
The lab returns to the
Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Levioso! Confringo! Expelliarmus! Repulsor! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Repulsor! Levioso! Expelliarmus! Confringo! Repulsor! Levioso! That's it.
This is for Rookwood!
I know, I'm not hearing things.
Confringo. Expelliarmus.
You'll feel that tomorrow. If you last that long.
Leviosa. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
You will pay for your deeds. Where did you go, coward?
Leviosa. Repulsor. Confringo. Expelliarmus.
Oh. Aha! Back for more.
Wait for me in there. I retrieved the helmet from the Ashwinders.
Well done. This is sure to impress Ranrock. The helmet shines even more brightly than I imagined. The etchings, the contour of the profile.
It looks stunning, Lodgok. I see why you wanted it back.
You did the thieves a service by recovering it. I know many a goblin who would have killed for it.
Ah, then I'm glad to be rid of it myself.
Thank you. This should earn Ranrock's trust. I will take it to him immediately.
His search?
We shall speak soon. Best to keep our arrangement quiet for now. Many will not believe that our aims might possibly be aligned.
This looks intriguing.
Welcome, everyone. I see you've already met some of the many beasts we study in this class. Though be advised, none of these creatures should be taken lightly. They are all in their own way dangerous, especially if one does...
You can use my brush. Just be gentle. Oh, and think pleasant thoughts. I like to think it enriches his experience. That's lovely. I'm sure he feels much better. I think he might be hungry. Would you mind giving him some beast feed? What do you suppose the pellets taste like to Gerald? Pudding, I like to think. I think we can safely say that Gerald likes you.
That's good news. He seems very nice.
He is. Kindness is one of his best qualities, right after ambition. And cleanliness.
Good work, everyone. Now, let's make our way to the pens and select another beast. And please, do be careful as you feed and groom them. Miss Sweeting, why don't you show our new student to the Kneazles in the farthest pen?
This way. The Kneazles are over here.
Oh, couple of Kneazle whiskers ought to get me a few canuts at least. Enough to buy something from Honeydukes. Stupid thing. Oh.
What in Merlin's name are you doing?
Tuss, peculiar Poppy. Worried about a worthless little rodent?
Her name is Persephone!
Her name is Persephone!
That's really not funny.
Let's go.
Those two don't belong anywhere near this class. Poachers in training. Persephone was onto them instantly. Thank you for your help. Let's carry on. Feed and brush the... The Kneazles really took to you. They know a good egg when they see one. As do I.
It appears our time has come to an end. Please close the pens and see yourselves out. Now, where is our new student? Ah, there you are. I would like a moment, please.
Hello, Professor. You wanted to speak with me?
I did. How did you find your first beasts lesson?
It was wonderful. I believe I'm really going to enjoy this class.
Good. You seem to understand that when beasts are properly controlled, they can play a vital role in our lives. Some provide us with which they're nearly as stumbling over dead beasts.
Surely the poachers can be brought to justice by...
An optimistic idea. Now, why don't we focus on more Professor Weasley has asked that
Psst, psst. Over here.
Do you need something, Poppy?
Thank you again for saying something to those brutes so that I didn't have to. You were an augury at noon in the desert.
I certainly hope that's a good thing.
It's something my gran and I say. It means that something or someone is a welcome surprise. At least, that's what we decided it meant.
I couldn't stand there and watch them harm the poor thing.
We're of a similar mind. Actually, in light of that, there's someone I'd like you to meet in the forest.
You've intrigued me.
I'd hoped I would. Come with me. I wouldn't take just anyone there. In fact, you're the first.
Really? Well, thank you, I think.
As I said, we think alike. Pleasant surprise. Quite the weather we're having, don't you think?
Poppy, where are you taking me?
It really is much better if I just show you. Don't worry, we're nearly there. It's just ahead. Stand back. Please meet Highwing. Isn't she just magnificent? Go on, introduce yourself to her. But be careful. You must always show hippogriffs the proper courtesy before you approach them. I knew it! I don't think I've ever seen a hippogriff take to someone this quickly. You can feed and brush her if you'd like. I come and check on her every once in a while. Bring her pasties, tell her what's going on in the castle. You wouldn't know from looking at her, but she's a dreadful busybody. So, what did you think of Highwing?
I thought she was brilliant. Can't...
I suspected you'd...
Are you the...
Perhaps. Did you know that once you earn a hippogriff's trust, I've seen it firsthand with her.
How exactly did you and Highwing...
It's a longer story, but...
That does seem strange. Sound... A Merlin trial. Accio! Accio! Not so tricky after all, Merlin.